What's up guys, FitCon here again, and today we are doing my official review of Psychotic Pre-Workout. So I just want to make it clear before we get into this review that I actually have, this is kind of an announcement too, I have actually become a pseudo-sponsored athlete, more of like part of the ambassador program for Insane Labz, who makes Psychotic Pre-Workout. So I do want to give that caveat before I start going in, but obviously if you guys know me, my obligation is to be honest with you guys, and I hope that you guys can take my word for this, and I'm not just coming from a biased place of you know, like, I'm not making any money say for that, like they're not paying me, they're not doing anything, I get stuff for free. Other than that, I just promote their stuff. So this is basically part of my ambassadorship, but at the same time, I've never done a full review of Psychotic. As you guys know, my most popular video is about Psychotic Pre-Workout. So obviously you guys kind of have a little idea where I'm going to lean towards. And also, just another caveat is just for the future, or just right now, anytime if I ever am promoting something, it's because I truly believe in it. I'm not going to make you guys, or obviously I can't make you guys buy things, but I'm not going to promote things to you guys that I don't support. So I would never take a sponsorship or become an ambassador for a company that I don't really truly support and believe in what they're doing. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So if you guys know my formula, we're going to start off with the design of the pre-workout, and basically all that means is the container. So you guys can see, this is where I came up with my original sketch about Psychotic, was from the clowns on the front. I think this is hilarious. I think it's hilarious and kind of like dark humor, where it's like people are really afraid of clowns. So I think it's a cool mix, and it's just kind of basic design. Like, it's just, you know, black with the red. I actually like the color scheme because it's supposed to be like dark. It's supposed to be about, you know, it's called Insane Labz. You're supposed to be thinking like insane asylum, all that stuff. And the clown is pretty screwy looking, you guys can see there. And I always really like these Insane Labz designs, kind of just like Demon Dust, which I did a review on way back. I actually think that the Demon Dust design is better than this one, but this is that's what caught me and my friend Kyle's eye when we first bought this pre-workout. And obviously, as we'll get into later, it was one of the strongest pre-workouts that we could get. So the design, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Although, you know, I think I gave it 10 out of 10 to the Demon Dust as well, but I think the Demon Dust is better. Although this is a little bit bigger because the Demon Dust comes in a much smaller scoop. So I think that was cool in the Demon Dust, but at this time, like, Demon Dust is like straight into your mouth. This is just, you need to mix it with water, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Also, before we move on, I just want to point out that the part of the design also, I don't know if you guys can read that, it's probably backwards, but it says warning, begin with half a scoop. Very important that they put that on the top. Very, very important. So that's a good idea that they do that as well. So that contributes to the 10 out of 10. So next we're gonna move on to taste. So taste, just to get it out of the way, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It is not as good as, so I have fruit punch, but I've tried other ones. I've tried green apple. I've tried one other one, I forget what it was, but so this is fruit punch. They have a bunch of different flavors now. I think they have like cotton candy, whatever. I haven't tried those, but I gave it an 8 out of 10 because my baseline is based on C4. So my C4, like fruit punch, or whenever I try blue raspberry, because blue raspberry is my favorite flavor of pre-workout, but this isn't that. So the fruit punch for C4 is a 10 out of 10. So when you compare it to that, it's an 8 out of 10. It's good. Like, you're not gonna like gag drinking it. The problem is, it's not even a problem, is that it's sour. So like, if you struggle with like drinking sour stuff, it's gonna be a little bit harder for you to get down. Also, because I have another supplement by Insane Labz that is fruit punch flavor, I know what it tastes like without having the, you know, I forget what amino acid makes it so sour, but I know what it tastes like without that being in there. So it does kind of lose like the drinkability, whereas like I have Quarantine, which is just a multivitamin, and that literally tastes like Hawaiian Punch. Like I drink that for breakfast. I drink that with my breakfast every day, and it just literally tastes like Hawaiian Punch. So this, you can tell that because of the other ingredients for the pre-workout, it does make it really, really sour. So if you don't like sour stuff, probably not for you, but I think most pre-workouts at this point that are gonna be more effective will be more sour because there's all those amino acids in there. So 8 out of 10 for the taste. So next we're gonna move on to the ingredients. So the ingredients I gave a 6.5 or 7 out of 10 because of the proprietary blend. If you guys have seen my Demon Dust review, I said the same exact thing back then as I'll say now, and a lot of pre-workouts now have this in the ingredients, so it's unfortunate, but like I can't control it, and neither really can you unless you're making your own. So the proprietary blend, if you don't know, it's just, they kind of can just tell you what's in it without giving the exact amounts. So it sucks, but I'll put the ingredient label up here for you guys just to see it, but you're not going to get much info out of it. It's just, there's a lot in the blend. There's a lot of stuff. It's normal stuff that you would see. And yeah, so like, unfortunately, I can't give it a higher rating if I didn't know. Like, so like, Mr. Hyde, I think, has 419 milligrams of caffeine. So like, if I had, if this had 500, like it just said it, I'd be like, well, shit, that's stronger. But unfortunately, I can't say that. So I have to give it a lower score for the ingredients, obviously, because of that. But it does have the normal stuff that you would look for, and obviously when we get to the next thing, you'll see why I would give it a lower rating if I didn't know how effective it was. So like, if you just looked at the ingredients, you'd be like, well, I can't tell based on that how effective it's going to be. So I would have given it like a 5 or 6, but the problem is it's strong, so it works. So 7 out of 10, 6.5, 7 out of 10 on the ingredients list. So lastly, we're gonna move on to the effectiveness, which I am going to go ahead and give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's very close to a 10, but again, I do wanna keep into consideration that the proprietary blend kind of pisses me off in any sort of pre-workout or any sort of thing like that. But it happens. People put it in. I did the same thing with the Bradley Martin pre-workout. So it's not, there's proprietary blends in that too, and that was a really good pre-workout. So I can't completely knock it. So the 9.5, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10 because this, I have to go as far as saying this is the strongest pre-workout that I have ever taken, other than maybe the original Jacked. But I was a little, not even a little kid, but I was a kid basically when I was taking that. So like, I could barely compare it because that is obviously like just completely flat out banned now, but that stuff was crazy. This is the most, like, out of recent history, this is the strongest pre-workout that I've had. And as I said earlier in the design, do not take a full scoop your first time taking it. Absolutely do not take a full scoop, and never, if you guys have not seen my sketch, never, ever double scoop this pre-workout. You will be sick. It is so strong that you might get sick from just having one scoop the first time. So if you're caffeine sensitive, stay away from this pre-workout, because this is gonna be absolutely way too strong for you. And there's other stuff that you can take without stims in it if you are looking for that. But this is for, like, you want to be jacked up, hyped up for the gym. It is comparable to Hyde, but I'd say that it is like a step up from Hyde, because I've tried both, and I actually tried them both like back to back, like I just to compare it again, because I obviously took Hyde a lot, like all last year, because Psychotic wasn't around where I was getting my supplements. So now I had both tubs, so I compared it, and obviously the Psychotic was stronger after I compared it. So I swear it is the strongest pre-workout that I've tried. I promise you it will not let you down if you are looking for something that is super effective. I just want to point out that you probably should stay away from, you definitely should stay away from using even basically if you compete in the USAPL or Drug Test Federation, do not use anything stronger probably than C4 because they are cracking down on that stuff. But for training, this is 100% perfect. If you compete in a non-drug tested federation, or you don't compete at all, this is a pre-workout that you need to try absolutely 100% unless you are super sensitive to caffeine. So that's who I would suggest it to for non-drug tested and just in gym, off-season training, and regular gym bros basically that just want to get hyped up. It is, you will be sweating, you will be pumped up, sorry, and really, really effective. So overall, I'm gonna give Psychotic a 9 out of 10. The only downside obviously being the proprietary blend. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel, put those post notifications on by clicking that bell button down below, and if you have any specific videos that you want to see, leave a comment down below and let me know so I can make it for you guys. I hope you guys stick around with the channel. Let's get to 400 subscribers by, I don't know, I don't want to put a date on it. So thank you guys again for watching. I will see you in the next one. You can use my code FITCON on InsaneLabz.com to get 20% off on any supplements you buy or shirts, whatever you want. So if you are interested in getting Psychotic and you want to get a discount on it, or if you want to try their other supplements, do so by using my code. I don't make any money, but it saves you money, so use it all you want. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong. Peace.